Hey everybody, it's Chris back with another review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. Today I'm going to be reviewing a beer from Montenegro for tryanuary. I decided I needed to try something new, and so I went over to my oft-mentioned Russian Eastern European market over across the street from me, Max's European Market on Sahara here in Las Vegas. And I went over and picked up a few selections. You're going to see those during tryanuary, most of them anyway. And this is the lager from Montenegro that I picked up. I have no idea. I'm guessing Jelen is how you would say that, but I don't know. It could be Jelen. It could be... My knowledge of Montenegro is very, very, very limited. Other than knowing that it's in the Balkans, I really can't tell you much else about the country. Now, about the beer. Who cares? You know, that's the important thing here, right? I have looked over. It is a 4.6 ABV, and this, what I believe to be the best buy date, is the 30th of June of this year, so this is well ahead of its prime date. This is described as a lager beer with caramel coloring. Alright, so anyway, for tryanuary, I decided let's try beers from countries I've never tried before, and I have never tried Montenegro before. I've tried Greece. I've tried Albanian beer. I've tried other Balkan beers, but this is my first Montenegrin beer. So I'm going to be using my Pop the Top opener from Taza Designs, and take that bad boy off. Show you once again that the crowning on that is perfect. No marring on this, so if you were a bottle collector, that would suit you just fine. So, as always, I always recommend the Pop the Top opener. I'm not going to say that it's completely problem-free, but for the most part, I'd say a good 90% of the time, I have no problem using that opener. So, let's try pouring this caramel lager and see what it looks like. And gotta admit, I'm not seeing much caramel coloring. I'm seeing kind of a hay and sort of a bronze or even a brassy color, but yeah, more brass than bronze. I would call this medium-low carbonation. There's carbonation, but it's small bubbles. They're few and far between. As you can see, that's a very wispy head. I'm smelling wheat, I'm smelling alcohol, I'm smelling yeast, smelling hay. This almost smells like a farm ale, but it does smell like a lager. This is very much the way you would expect a lager to smell. And oh, as I forgot to mention, this is a 1 pint .09, so we're looking at 16.9 ounce bottle. And I paid $2.49 for this over at Max's across the street. So, now that I think I've covered all the bases on it, as I said, it's a 4.6 ABV, $2.49, 16.9 ounce bottle. Caramel colored lager from Montenegro. Let's go for it, and cheers. Not bad. It's light and crisp. The flavor isn't particularly remarkable. It reminds you of, I mean, I'll put it this way. There are a lot of lagers out there that taste exactly like this. It's better than Budweiser, I'll give you that. And it has more complex body to it than Budweiser, despite having an even lower ABV. But this isn't bad. This isn't bad. If I got to Montenegro and saw that where I was, you know, had nothing but Jelen Pivo as its beer, I'd say, okay, cool. I've had that one, and I can drink it. And this is the original recipe from 1756. So, for my first Montenegro beer, this is not bad at all. Maintaining some of the carbonation. This is very clear. As you can see through here, there's no cloudiness to this. In fact, at least from my end, you can see on the camera the tiny little bubbles coming up. So this is nice and sparkling clear, as a lager should be. Probably going to give this like a 3.5 on Untapped. Not exceptional, but still a good beer. So anyway, glad to have ventured into Montenegrin beers. And for tryanuary, let me know what you're doing. Honestly, write me for tryanuary and say, hey, I tried this, or, you know, give me a link to your YouTube video, or your Instagram picture, or your Twitter, or whatever the case, and say, hey, this is what I tried for tryanuary. So, until next time, drink good beer. Don't break the bank doing it, and cheers.